Mic on.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Your friend and newbie Kyunam Park is here. 오늘의 발더스 게이트 방송을 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 그래서 철수로 지금 우리가 지하로 내려가는 걸 좀 했었죠. 그 다음에 지금 여기가 온 거고요. 그리고 여기서 어스를 구해냈고 여기에서 잔뜩 물려있던 공원들도 좀 처리하는 데까지 성공했던 것으로 기억이 납니다. 자, 이제 한번 마저 이어서 가보도록 할까요?
We will take
다음
the
지역으로
city.
갈 수 있다면 좋을 텐데.
Every soul made true.
방송이 나가고 있나요? 어허. 자, 그럼 이제
As the console bursts into life, a mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like.
begin to manipulate the mind. 기억난다. 이게 서로 대칭 구조 아니었나? 메모리로 이거 들려요. 아, 스피치. 빨리는 거. 이 허브를 내가 보면 안 되지 않나? 만약에 이게 여기가 보면 어떻게 보면 겹칠 수 있었나? 겹칠 수 없던 거 아니었어 이거?
What path lies before me?
The console glows as you approach.
아야.
Well met.
다 잘못
The console glows as you approach.
Master, welcome. Welcome back, Master.
Console glows.
That's time to see what's back there.
Right up past the south.
Frozen all my heart.
다시 요만큼 내려놓고 자희라의 명령으로 뭐냐 조사도 애들의 보고서를 가져주라고.
Destiny, design, downfall.
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design, order, perfection, unity, every plane as one, every being in their place.
That loss blooms into a sudden fury, burying claws in your mind.
Taken, corrupted, gone.
And just as suddenly, pain and memory are gone, leaving only stone once more.
The grand design. The restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
How did the Illithid Empire fall?
I don't know. I'm just glad it fell.
Another step forward.
이번에는 어차피 정상 안 좋잖아. 올시스를 구해봅시다. 진짜? 내가 이렇게 하나
Here I die.
이런 생각을 아예 못하는 거야. 야! 이렇게 해서 8발까지
Whatever comes,
그럼 좀
I'm ready.
그래요.
No rest for the wicked, I see. To
됐죠?
new horizons.
Of many hearts, one.
순도에 따라 다르잖아. 어쨌든 터질 수 있을 것 같다고 생각. 프로판 깠어? 정확하다. 앞으로 불쌍하는 거.
Consider it done.
Descend, assemble,
Stop me yet. Can't slow down.
evacuate.
Though the pod is empty, traces of
Mind
psychic
flayers
energy
and
still linger
civilians,
about it.
side
And
by
memories of
side.
its former inhabitants.
This must
spill
be where
into
they
your
infect
mind.
and-
You see the streets of Baldur's Gate, the emblem of the flaming fist. Martial drills and courtly dances. You feel the courage of a soldier who became a commander, and the intelligence of a commander who became a duke. Ravengard was here, in this pod not long ago.
Lay down your weapons. Please.
The device releases a stream of fragmented memories and emotions. All that remains of the pod inhabitant's former self. Amusement, curiosity, fascination. He believed the horrors of Moonrise to be a fleeting dream that fade on waking. This pod pulsates with the angry memories of Raven Guard's search officer, Manip Shurga. She laments her failure to locate him. Desperation, pain, terror. Cultists raided his village. He was the sole survivor. Your lungs burn with the dry heat of the fires raging about you. The pain is not enough to diminish your swing. One goblin after another falls to your blade. A man's voice cries out through the thick smoke. Raven Guard, you call, but the clang of swords and spell shouts of attacking drow are your only reply. The device does not react to your presence.
The absolute. A chance.
Courage, conviction, defiance. Even as her organs began to dissolve, she believed she could resist. The device does not react to your presence. You remember the shattered windows of Alterel's High Cathedral, the burning black sky of Avernus beyond. In its horror, the blood war unites you. Tiefling, dwarf, and elf alike huddle behind the shields of your paladin order, waiting for salvation. But when it comes, disunity, the returned city casts your people out, the devils who drag them down to hell. In the end, it is not your paladin oath that is broken. It is your faith itself.
Look at me.
Delirium, mania, laughter. His mind broke before the end, and he was laughing uncontrollably as the skin fell from his face. Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority. It appears the guard you killed will not go unavenged.
되는 거야, 걔들? 다 나를 줬다고. 나를 줬다고. 와, 진짜 크다. 왜? 그냥 적대하는 거.
Victor's path.
야, 주변에서 그냥 민가를 살려주는 거야. 죽이면 내가 죽는다. 거기는 탈착이 안 되는 거야, 내가? 저기가 나올 그럼 얘들을 다 지금 도미니티 휴먼 한 다음에 눕혀야 된다는 거야.
These boots have seen everything. We've saved me. Oh, can't take much more.
much longer.
Patched up. Pushing on.
아, 얘를 죽여버리고 이번에 각오하기도 실패한 거네. 야, 너 죽었다 살았는데 대체 애들이
Prepare the march. My chosen.
할수 없네.
Best be on my way.
Discern, faithful. We
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
That pod. Is that Mizora inside?
Mizora, you're Zariel's asset.
My dumb little stinker. Took you long enough. Now, by Grazit's cock, get me out of this thing!
I'll do it, and you'll set me free. That was the deal.
Yeah. So, get to it already.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command. To your authority.
Examine the device on the left.
The symbol's meaning comes into focus. Annihilate.
Examine the device on the right.
You recognize the marking from the Nautiloid. An illithid symbol meaning unleash.
근데 여기서 죽게 만들면 어떻게 되지?
You did all right, Will. I'd give your belly a good rub, but never could stand the smell.
You're free, Mizora. I held up my end. Now you hold up yours. Sever the pact.
Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soulbearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months? Gods damn you!
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you.
You think we'll get a reward for going through all this trouble?
Another one? Well, after jumping through all those hoops, a little treat wouldn't hurt. All that power. And to think you want to throw it away. Now, you've got business in the towers to take care of. Don't you fret. I'll find you soon enough. You're going to need me. Count on it. Oh, and go ahead. Tell your chums how we met. It's a real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
다음에 시도해볼 거 하나 더. 모습을 바꾸고 벤스가의 셀프를 쓴 상태에서 밑다라를 기절시키고 그 해제한 다음에 다시 만나는 거죠. 분홍 레스를 한 다음에 그렇게 되면은 과연 어떻게 될까?
Have a lot on my mind. Well,
Zariel's asset was none other than Mazora herself. Of course. Tricks on top of tricks on top of tricks. But I've only got 6 months before I'm made a free man. Thanks be to the Triad. No, scratch that. Thanks be to you.
Ms. Zora said you can talk about your path and exile. It is time I know the whole truth.
First, we killed Ketheric Thorm. Then, I'll tell you everything you want to know. What else is on your mind?
wonder if the gods are watching me.
여기에 보면은 여기가 와서 내가 걱정할 수 있는
An unusual parasite here. It's reaching out to me. No more tadpoles in here. Wonder what happened to them.
이거 얻어야 되지 않아? 뭐가 하나가 쭉 리칭 아침에 한 다음에 뭐 하나 얻는 게 있지 않았어요? 버그야?
No more tadpoles in here. Wonder what happened to them.
어떻게 해야 되나? 여기 가서 그 팔로우를 좀 죽이고 아저씨는 얘들 해방시켜주면 생각했더니
The moment comes.
야,
The
더 밑에서
No.
한 것 때문에 내가
General Thorm was attacked. The order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers.
떴을 때 그 뭐냐 팔로워들인가 봐. 애플티들이 나를 싫어하는 걸 좀.
Another day, another fight.
야, 아니었어. 야, 아니었어.
Not even the worms will want your carcass once I'm dead.
구할 수 있는 가구에다 그
Swift as my feet can carry me.
도전까지. 레블러시 죽어버렸잖아. 그래요.
Not design, but death.
내가 가드 줄수 있다는 말은 맞아요. 그때 그거는 absolutists.
Baldur's Gate will know my
걔들 죽인 거가 도대체 왜 다른 경견들이 나를 적대한다는 게 내가 무슨 이해가 안 돼요. 이런 게 있다니까.
We will take the city. Every soul made true.
이게 더 들어갔어. 다 죽이면서 갈까?
A whole fleet of nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place? Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around a lot more than usual?
It senses something, doesn't it? I'll keep my guard up.
Sharp as ever. All right, what now? Time to press ahead.
더럽긴 한데 어쩔 수 없죠.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prism? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane!
The Lash of Thor!
Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mistra commands.
여기에서 한번 게이를 터뜨려 봅시다. Go ahead. We stand no chance against such forces. Let's end this together.
One last gust of weave. One last gale to end them all.
No!
미스트라가 어떤 심정을 봐야겠지.
Beneath the smoking ashes of Moonrise Towers, the Elder Brain lies destroyed. But what of the tadpoles it commanded? Freed of the Absolute's control, they will complete their transformations. A plague of illithids will soon descend on the Sword Coast, enslaving all they do not infect. It is an ending of sorts, though not the one destiny had in store for you.
그치? 아, 게일이 공을 받았는지 아닌지 알 수 없어? 미스트가 하라는 대로 해줬는데 이렇게 험하게 끝나는군요.
But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mistra commands.
Gale, you cannot do this. You can't condemn us to death.
What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance.
Trust me, Gale. We will find another way.
I do trust you. More than myself right now. Perhaps even more than Mistra. I have no desire to end your life, you know that. To end it? To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so... very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
Don't waste a step. Never wanted the easy path.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Your place is to die so that I might finally live. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers, but for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
Yeah. I was ready to show you mercy before. It's still not too late. You can repent.
Repent? Would that even be possible? Perhaps. No. There is no repentance. No release. My debt can never be repaid. He is here. He is watching. He is listening. He is.
바로 1페이지를 넘어갔습니다.
Shit.
적이 없어지고 또 뭣도 아니므로
Now you wear a face to match your soul, Oathbreaker.
us ahead.
chances.
와, 스턴 거는 거야? 그걸로? 스턴 거는 거 쓴 거였어, 너 지금? 아, 그러셨어. 방법을 만들어주죠.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
Toward our fates, unleashed. You have my sword, my fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
The chosen of Merkel is dead. Permanently this time.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
What are these stones?
The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Netherese? These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
How is it you are able to leave the astral prison?
A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened.
Do you know who our enemies are?
One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the dead three.
Chosen of the dead three.
Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The Tyrant, the Assassin, and the Necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve.
What do we do now?
We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Never wanted the easy path.
Thinking all that you're in.
Good rest about
If you've got your breath, we ought to discuss our next steps.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? No, give him a chance.
The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete, that I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden?
That crown sits on a gargantuan Elder Brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. The only kind I have? Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. I mean, Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Thanks for watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
You're one of us. No fist left behind.
I'm glad that's still the case.
Come. Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Okay. What do you know about Gortash and Orin?
Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
The Aethelus cult has Ravengard. Where would they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpoled Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Zora said you can say what led to your pact and exile. It is time I know the whole truth.
Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
My clan is my home. I would give up life and live to see them safe.
Then you know loyalty, and you know what I did had to be done. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke, and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
Nod and nod. Nod, and that will continue his story.
A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Allow Will to share its memory.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Missoura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
why would she want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mazora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Sacrificing your soul to save the city was a brave thing to do.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Okay. It was brave. What you did for the city.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right.
Is that how you lost your eye in the battle with the cult of the dragon?
It is. The one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world or the depths of the lower dark and still never shake her.
And what about your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did.
Okay. I mean, that's, well, we will return to this subject later.
I understand.
You must have been furious at your father for throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Do you miss your father?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
Aelin! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all... But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
You'd be most welcome.
We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Make haste. I would have words with you.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
You've tangled with the dead three before?
Extensively. Mind flayers, too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a Netherstone, and you're on the scent of two more. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
I'll be glad to have you by my side.
Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketherick convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
I'll see you at camp.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelan's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Okay. And
Make
Daniel
haste.
singing
I would
Daniel.
have words with you.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Daniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
I grew up hearing stories of Duke Elton. I'm curious about what he was like.
Gruff and intimidating. But he had the courage of 10 men, and the love for Baldur's Gate few could match. I don't know if this Duke Ravengard is the same, but I will say this. The Flaming Fist are the cornerstone of the city, and the Dukes are its foundation. I hope you can save him. For the good of Baldur's Gate.
Come with me. I could use a flaming fist by my side.
Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Besides, Nathaniel should have someone here when he wakes up. It's the least I can do.
Then I wish you luck. Thank you for your help.
You too, my friend. Thank you. From Nathaniel and I.
부여야 된다, 모여야 된다 그런 말은 안 하네.
What was it like in there?
In the curse.
Boy, quartermaster.
It's a grim task. But the way I hear it, the fighting's not done yet. You need to resupply.
Nah. Oh, Barkus.
There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been.
I was preoccupied defending Catholic Thorn.
Who? Oh, right. Well, forget about that, Magungus. We have more important things to worry about. Like Wulbrin.
What about it?
Wulbrin and the Iron Hand Gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have room powder, they have motive. We have to stop them.
It seems we'll have our hands full in Baldur's Gate.
With the sword of justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
Yeah, I'm braced. This was if multiple turtle in the world, I saw him related to the city, punch the way. We fought the ledger, we should give it to he who was. You are right. I almost forgot.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
I already have allies.
You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her Harper's too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
I will seek more allies in this city.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Yeah. He who was. 따라하는. 참 스포가 에어컨 미리 껐나?
Phew!
This one is a murderer who walks free. She deserves to be punished. Or will you deny her victim?
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
It seems he is a servant of Bane, as Catherine serves learn. Who knows what powers he's gained since he knew him?
I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
Not if I kill him first.
I won't know peace till I dug my thumbs into his eyes, till I ripped his throat out with my teeth. Hear that, Gortash? I'm coming for you!
Okay. 이거 말고 하면 되지.
The air stirs in trepidation. You have the ledger.
Here, take it.
We have it. Her lies, her guilt. Madeline reported her friends to a dark justiciar and fled when they were butchered. Well, she flees no more. I will be the conduit for Madeline's spirit. I will force her to face trial, and you will be the judge. Make her beg. Make her suffer.
I'm here to make sure she sees justice.
There is no justice for traitors, only pain. Witness.
You said I was gonna be punished. That you'd be the judge. But I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Please, speak your truth. We'll go from there.
I said it didn't mean nothing. That Ben and Mark were just drunk and whining. The Dark Justicia promised she was gonna chat with him. She promised!
If it was drunken planning, why did you report them?
The Dark Justicia said to report everything, big or small. She ain't the type you say no to. She gave him a dagger each and told them to press it against their stomachs on the count of 3 to start stabbing and not stop till she said so. She never said stop. I'd do anything to take it back. Anything.
You let fear and cowardice or cowardice rule you.
You're right. I'm a killer. A monster. I should have died instead.
Glorious! Look! My hand still shakes. You broke her most thoroughly. Well done.
She was punished. That's all that matters.
If you are satisfied, then so am I. You have done well. Her pain and anguish were sublime. I will treasure it. Here, for your services. Should I find another murderer in need of torment, I shall call upon you. Farewell.
We leave this place better than we found it. Well done.
Wither? Your name is Wither, right? I hope so.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
More horrible than you can imagine. The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
I'm not sure. Don't tell anything.
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet,
The three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
Okay. I'm surprised to see you. Why are you here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
You seem to know a lot about the Dead Three.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished, as one and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
Speak plain. Isn't there more?
No.
Fine. Oh, Halsin. Why are you here?
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him. I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner.
So, when will the curse actually?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
What happened to the Oliver settlement? Did Daniel absorb it?
No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish. I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does.
Okay. What now? You've got what you wanted after all.
I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side.
I'm glad to have you.
And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean.
Thanks for watching out for me. Could have tossed me back in the shadows.
Well, pleasure is mine, honor is mine. Better answer, but who cares? Anyway, anyhow. Let's go, shall we? Move on.
Looks like an army marched through here.
Yep. Oh, shut away. Party.
shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you if you need me. Though you might have needed reminding after everything.
Thank you. I think any attempts at comforting me might be... I'm sorry. It might be best kept...
Okay, yourself. Where's this? Oh. There you are. Where's Hoffman?
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past. Being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shah's...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
I will help.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
Sure. Isn't that place supposed to be able to kill me?
It no longer has the power to harm me, now that I've removed it from Shah's domain. Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
그리고 그 태양빛 돈 안 들고 다니기 나으려나? 아니야, 흡혈기대 상대한테 그거 되게 좋아. 카을하게 다시 이걸 들고 다니게 해야겠다. 아닌데 그거 그러고 보니까 피흡하는 쌍검 그리트 소드 나 그거 갖고 있어야 되지 않냐 지금쯤이면? 아닌가? 그렇지 않나? 저 잠깐만요. 너 이거 들고 이게 나을까? 아니면 다른 거 들고 하는 게 나을까? 너 어차피 엘프라서 하펠프라서 다크비 좀 갖고 있을 거 아니야? Spell casting. 얘한테 들게 하는 게 나을까? 아니야. 그럼 얘한테 들게 하고 이게 더 낫겠어요. 그러고 난 다음에 일단은 자고 갑시다. 너 왜 돌아왔냐? 아까 할 수 없었는데. 내가 잘못 봤나? 잘못 봤을 가능성이 있어요.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Whatever you must do, I will be by your side.
Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest of vipers. I couldn't bear to lose you. Not after everything. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
What? What's that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
I wanted to talk about our relationship.
Of course.
May I have a kiss?
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay. I want to talk about all that's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind? No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. And attractive company too, no less.
Okay.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Man, a family per day, huh?
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Charge complete.
Okay. So
Moving in.
쌈뽕을 DLC가 나올 때까지 참을까 2.0 그냥 지금 해볼까 엄청 갈등되네 진짜. Oh, hey, Shadow.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Of course.
Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Not you. Oh. Astari.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back.
You have any more leads?
I think we should track down my fellow spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't.
Where would the other spawn be?
Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. And then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Read where the chosen say, I will dominate the world.
A thrill courses through you at the thought. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March! Join power.
You're under attack. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Scum! That's a cat!
Consider it done. Where's our dream guardian?
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Defender of the people.
My face protects me.
Quite ready for you. Time to push my luck again.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Catch a break. No time to waste.
I can't afford to let up.
Victory is assured.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
That hit the spot.
Hurry. I can't. It's not over. Come to the skull.
How much farther can I go? Let's get going.
여기에서 바로 안 도와줬어.
mind flare. God's damned abomination.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. I'm not your enemy. Do not be driven by fear. Trust me now, and I promise you will have all. Now, help me, fool. I'm not your enemy. The Githyanki are.
근데 너 끝까지 기장키를 조종해야 된다는 얘기죠. 그럼 차라리 레이제를 없이 어차피 근데 레이제를 끝까지 억압하는 거를 레이제를 버스에서 끝까지 억압하는 레이제를 좋아할까? 아니면
Stop. I'm the one keeping you alive. What are you doing? Help me. If I die, you die.
Somewhere between pity and disappointment, the Emperor's final gaze cuts through you, signaling your joint downfall.
You have failed us all.
Your stomach drops, your chest constricts. Your thoughts begin to splinter.
You are found. Now you hear me. Now you yield. Join me. Throw.
자유도가 있잖아. 마음을 보호하는 반지 끼고 있으면 좀 나았니? 경로 이게 하나가 다야?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue. Don't help me. The Honor God, destroy the God. I will subdue their master. Together. not look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
Thank you for saying that.
If I'd known you would be so open-minded, I would have saved myself a lot of effort. But I'm glad you're not here to judge. It's like I said before, I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stilmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found the Githyanki. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue the Githyanki, and find allies in the outer world. You.
So, are you going to tell me what this battle was about?
We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prism. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my Honma, Prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Was it you or Orpheus that Vlaakith wanted us to kill when she ordered us inside the prison?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished.
What happens if we free Orpheus?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, you would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me.
Okay. We're alike in other ways too.
I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change.
Why do you say that?
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
If you can evolve me, why can't you stop metamorphosis altogether?
The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
What would that entail?
You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form. And you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
No way.
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it, so embrace it. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
What is it?
A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia. It has become extraordinary.
No, I won't do it. Add bonuses, please. Oh, I don't
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then stillness. You have resisted your illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then, until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution, and your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
Looking ahead. Breathe deep and move.
내가 저번에 아무것도 안 먹고 이거 아무것도 안 쓰고 왔지만 이번에 이거 써가지고.
It's been a long day. I'll need to rest soon.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something?
Of course.
I have a curse.
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay, so you have changed color, huh? Anyway. Okay. 자, 그럼 저장을 해보고 한번 먹어보죠. 어떻게 되나 궁금하긴 하니까. 눈이 시뻘개지냐 너 이거 할 때마다.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you. Your thoughts swirl with possibility. Your body strengthened, your mind bolstered, your very self expanded. All within your reach, if you open your mind to the parasite. A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
마법사가 하면 좋긴 하겠다 이거.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look?
I love it.
Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her.
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet.
The blood of the mother? What do you say exactly?
Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen.
How does Orpheus fit in?
Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps.
Then the Voss was right. Orpheus is the seed of Lakeith's demise.
The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
Okay.
Mic off.
Gods. A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time. I'm really not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
Mic on.
Still a great deal about Kyunam.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Are you really Selûne's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the Dead Three?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
Okay. How could you come to be trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature, and Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead,
and we live!
오케이. 그럼 오늘의 발더스 게이트는 여기까지 하도록 해야겠네요. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please have a nice morning, day, evening, or night. See you guys later.